Hello everybody, this is Kitsune, and welcome to the Megaman game that not a lot of people seem to have heard about. A Japanese-only game called Super Adventure Rockman. If you've ever played any kind of Megaman games, usually it tends to be run and gun, shoot 2D platformer. Might have some variations on that, but this decided to take a lot of it out and decided to go with a future of CDs. In other words, they wanted an FMV, choose your own adventure style game. I'm gonna start this right now here because... whoops, wrong button. What was it? I'm sure I know how to play this game here, but yeah. Alright. Unfortunately, I don't speak any kind of Japanese, so the story is a little uncertain how to follow here. But I have read the story about it thanks to the Archie Megaman's comic. And I pretty much follow what's been happening on this. At the moment, as you can see from satellite, there's an area around Central America that is having some major perturbances. Specifically, well, the cloud pattern was one thing, but things are about to get a lot worse. But yes, as I said here, an FMV game all about Mega Man. And it's a bit of an infamous game because it was received rather poorly, specifically by the Inafune, one of the fathers of Mega Man, who, how can I say this here? He tried to distance himself a lot from this one, saying that no, this isn't canon, this hasn't happened, it's not supposed to be in there. For the Archie's comic did use that here, put it a real nice place. The story in there is really well made. Yes, after a big of an earthquake, a bunch of ruins have started appearing, and the local military have decided, you know what, let's go take a look at what's going on here. Alright, United Nations coming in, and the helicopters are dropping out of the sky. Welcome to the year 2000XX. And yeah, there's a whole bunch of trouble happening. Specifically, whatever's happening around the area here is that anything electronic around it just seems to short circuit or blow up. And that phenomenon is actually growing and growing and growing. But nobody, of course, can get next to it, including those helicopters, for example. It's placed inside of a dense jungle that's rather hard to be able to get through. Even more so compared, considering what's going to happen afterwards. But yes, Inafune said this game here isn't canon, I don't like it. He only had part of it during the end of it, and he said that it was a project that was shuffled at the time where Capcom was just shelling out in the Mega Man franchise all around to B companies, and this is one of these. He also said that it was too violent for a regular Mega Man game, which, again, he wanted to distance himself from that. It was meant to be his more kid-friendly nature. But this would have been a few days ago, probably around the time when the worlds started appearing. And we get to meet with our good old evil scientist, Wily, in his classic adventure skin. And he's getting nearer to the ruins that he's been looking for. There he goes, going off to find trouble. Now, a lot of the storyline I'm going to be telling here might be inaccurate. I'm going to say that straight out. Partly because most of the information I got here are going to be basing around what I've heard from other people, and most of the story that I'll be telling here will be going through the Archie's comic. There's some things it doesn't match for, and part of the reason here it's not to match is this little blue thing here called Beat. Yeah, Beat is from Mega Man 5 onward. He's a bit later on here in Mega Man game, but the thing is also is that it's hard to be able to tell at what time this game was. Oh, as part of the mechanics are coming up soon. Yeah, as I said here, it's a bit of a choose-your-own-adventure game, and at times it'll ask you to make some choices, like so. And this is where a little dice here is going to come into function. Since I've played the first disc quite a few times, I'm just going to let it choose my decisions. I've got a 2-sided coin here, and a 3-sided die to make my choices for me. Just a quick little click here, and we are going with choice number 2. And I believe we just to skip a little bit of a cinematic here. Usually would have gone over to the desk to see for difference, but now he's just remembering back in the past when these two started seeing that phenomenon. Yeah, these two used to work for a while. Go figure. Well, at times it varies. Before Mega Man 1, around Mega Man 3. But yes, that energy has been spotted back then. And instead of reporting it to the authorities when things are starting to get worse, well, he said that probably either not to pay in mind or that we can check it ourselves. It could be a scientific discovery of our lifetimes. In any case, they mostly leave it alone. And now we're back to the present, where Roll has fainted. Remember those waves I was mentioning about? Yeah, they're getting worse and worse, and now Robot Masters are starting to also get affected. Why did she go out of commission? It's... the anime here, by what I heard, says, well, because she's a girl. Yeah... yeah, that doesn't fly. The comic did a much better job for it, since the original wave that happened here, the only MP part, it's shut down every single robot. She just got shot just moments ago before that happened. That's why she's kind of in critical condition. Right, another choice here, roll the dice, and we're going to choice rate number 1. And she's asking if she's gonna be fine here. But yes, in a fashion at the moment here, she's in critical status. She's likely to die if she doesn't get help soon, but because of those waves, she can't get the help she needs. And doesn't have a way to be able to heal her properly. In the comic again, every Robot Masters gets shut down by the wave, except she's damaged. And they can't really do repairs until the wave is done. And of course, Wily decides to make his announcement that, you know, this is what I want, this is my plan. If you don't want every electronics in the world to go out here, pay me a huge ransom, or let me take over the world, or the usual villain speech. It's a classic. And this is a bit of a I'm not sure how to explain it here, but this is a coating to protect themselves against those evil waves that are destroying any kind of electronics. The protection here explains their vulnerability. And these are all the light robot masters from Mega Man 1 that are making an appearance. They'll also be getting a similar coating, since you actually get to work with them in this game. They are the light robots, so you get to see them. Hey. And he's feeling pretty good for that. Again, I'm going to be referencing comic a lot here, but in the comic, they actually had to apply that coating before turning Megaman back on. That's how they're able to work. It becomes quite a bit of an emergency. Surprisingly, the comic also handles that pretty differently here. And they also introduced Plant Man during that time, because Plant Man is, of course, part plant. He's able to be rebooted while everything else is being charted out. I'll follow his recharging, but that is questionable. Yeah, they had to plant him, put him on the sunlight. He's a little flower. And here comes one of Dr. Light's more questionable flying methods. A giant beak. Really? Genius! Father of robotics. A giant flying beak. But yes, now Mega Man is off to find out the source of that problem. And things are flying smoothly. Until they get a little too far. And that coating is great for these little robots, not enough for the whole ship. Which goes careening into the ocean. To be forgotten forever and ever. But now, yes, little detail here, this game actually has 3 discs of content. Each one of them playing like an episode of an anime. And now we get one of our more action moments. Arrows means that we get a moment to dodge out of the way. And we get to our first action scene. Because, no, it's not just choose adventures and such. There is some actual shooting. This one here, pretty much a tutorial in fashion. You cannot die in this section. Right? Although you do want to, you can take damage. You don't need to shoot all of the enemies. They do have a life bar after all. But in this one, you just have to shoot all the rockets as much as you can. Right. Now, after every action scene, you get a chance to save. And so the action continues. Of course, why these robots are still working? Well, of course, they're working for Dr. Wily. Working as some protection. Explaining why the army's been having some problems trying to get in. Metals kind of a problem when they come in an army, you know? Right, here comes next decision. Bit more weight behind this one, but let's see what our coin gives us. Number 2. Yes, as I said here, choose your adventure. Although, choose your adventure, here's a little item box. You'll be hearing that, say that one quite a bit. Poor beat. And I believe this is an energy card that allows you to recharge weapons. Kind of like an energy tank, but for weapons energy. Right. Next choice. Flip the coin. And we'll go with number 1 this time. I actually got lucky in these choices. I've gone through the adventure quite a bit. This one, usually the other options would have given you a fight. Here you get to meet Cutman. And of course, well, they're brothers after all. And I believe he gives us a chip for some more weapon data. Or at least more information about enemies and such. But he's been scouting around, been looking for all of the robots. I will also mention that the voice actors for this game here are actually returning Japanese voice actors from Japanese Mega Man 8. The more childlike voice fits more Mega Man in this case. Whoops! Yike! Yeah, missed to hit the arrow and you get some damage there. Alright. Here comes our first boss. Yes, they're gonna go straight up with Metal Man. It's as if they knew. And let's shoot. Let's shoot our problems to dust. Here comes an actual fight. Unfortunately, you don't get to dodge much in this part here. All you can do is shoot. Metal Man is really straightforward though. Stunned really easily. You can also charge your buster. Yes, Metal Man, cakewalk. Things will change a lot though. There's a difficulty curve on this game. Problem taken care of, and we get his weapon data in the form of a card. And now we have the Metal Blade weapon. Ooh, who's that? Alright, I believe here comes our next major choice. Let's give our dice a shot. 2. Now we get a choice between going to the river with Rush Machine or we can go around the place. So we're going with number 2, we're going around the place. Oh, boulders! Rock falls, everybody dies. Whoa, 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 whoa. Uh-oh. Wait. Oh, that's gotta hurt. Thankfully he's solid. He's a robot. Beat. Oh. Shimata. Doggos! You can't pet the doggos. Oh. Well, thankfully they're robot doggos. Yeah, if you haven't noticed, every single time you go into an action scene, he will go Rockbuster! Every single time. I haven't done this fight very often. Come on, come on, come on, come on. Right, the shooting gameplay is pretty straightforward. All you can do really to dodge is to attack the enemy's attacks and try to find moments to attack them in between. It's not exactly that simple. Hey, Gutsman! Alright. In this case, he's actually coming with a gift of the bubble head. Yes, at the path we had before, we actually had a choice between Rush Marine and going around. If you go for the Rush Marine, you get to fight Bubble Man and get his bubble head there. Oh, here comes the energy tank. If you ever wondered how Mega Man ate his energy tanks, there you go. Num num. Alright. And now we are splitting off. Why they're not sticking together, I do not know. And here comes hot stuff. Heatman, the angry little lighter. And here comes the next action bit. Now, in this game you also do get to have the Robot Master's weapons. In this case, since we're talking on Heatman, we're going to be using the Bubble Head. Oh, poor guy. Whoops, wrong one. Come on, man. Don't try to spam it too much, though, because yes, he does have frames of visibility. Yeah. Oh, come on, come on. And down goes the Heat Man. Okay, that was a little bit tougher than I imagined. Water against fire, guess who's gonna win? Cuckoo. And of course, Dr. Wily is taking interest into this. He's got eyes everywhere. But now we get a bit of a moment for him to explain his plot and his new discovery. We get a bit of a flashback back when he first found the room. If you'll excuse me, I'll keep myself a little drink. And yes, not bad for an old man. You know, he's found the temple, checking out the ruins. Must have been really ancient. And a smaller one here. If I could understand Japanese, I might be able to give you more context, but whoops! Well, he's dead. Oh, man, be dead. No, he survives. He's dead. Gotta be dead. So dead. Come on, there's no way he can survive that. Gravity. Wildly the archaeologist. Yep. Who would have guessed? Why, hello there. And here comes the big discovery of these ruins. A big glowing ball. Of course, he's going to look into his database, try to record things like a good archaeologist should. But, yeah, things get weird. Wait, he's not a schoolgirl. He's not a schoolgirl. Oh. Alright, so he's the big wires here is getting all sorts of data. Pretty much almost frying that. Not quite sure what's happening there. And here comes... Yeah, if you thought the robot masters we'd seen before here were a little odd, it's that Romun is actually able to recreate them. Starting with the whole Megaman 2 series. But after a while, numbers 7 through... number 9. But yes, and then the... Once it's learned the language, the big ball tells itself that its name is Ramun. The supercomputer named Ramun. And he's recreated everything. But yes, Ramun is also the part of those EMP waves that have been going around the world and disabling electronics. And now he's got a plan to take over the world. Because he couldn't settle with just being an archaeologist. Had to go for the big bucks. But here is the supercomputer, which is Dr. Wily's new best friend. Now, these chips are actually the intelligence chips for these robots, containing their data, their souls, their thoughts. So he decides to bring him back. Hey. But yes, it's also part of why this one is a little hard to tell when exactly this happened. Because we know, because of Beat. Yeah, Quickman is also not just his favorite, but it's also meant to be one of the Mega Man's main rival, in a fashion. So it's meant to be the big bad robot master of Mega Man 2. Right. Item box, meaning we get some more energy here. But he gets more than just Quickman. Whoops! Oh, these. How lovely. Yes, welcome to Mega Man the FMV. These little boxes, these little guys from Mega Man 3. Yes, continuity-wise, we got Robot Masters from Mega Man 1, 2, and 3. Nothing further on from there, even for Beat is from Mega Man 5 and further. Oh, come on. Hey. Nope. Only got the damages. Blah. Okay. That stings. A little bit. A little bit. Tease bit. Oh, great. Oh, fudge. We got frogs. Now it's Yoshi Safari. Yes. Oh, yes. Me without a super scope, too. Now I'm gonna hate this next fight. Because there's so many things to take out. Yep, and Dragon Slayer. Come on. And even thought the one was bad. Thankfully I can just spam mostly. But you still gotta take care of the little frogs before you can take out the big ones. Come on. Stop that. Usually I try to charge the buster, but again gotta take out the small frogs. There we go. Burn to the ground, burn to the ground, burn to the ground. Yeah. Annoying. As I've mentioned before here, Inafune decided that this game was so bad it was not canon. It was not part of his universe. And here comes our next robot master. Say hi to Flashman. I don't blame you for the flashback. The Mega Man 7 was a nightmare. I'd say Mega Man X6 was bad, but I don't hold 7 that high either. Alright. Time for Flashman. His weakness, metal blades. Don't bother trying to hit him multiple times before he teleports. He's always just gonna take one hit. Thankfully, this is his weakness. Hey, come on. Alright. I don't want for him to get a single shot, otherwise it's gonna be hard to be able to follow up on that. And perfect. Alright. One down. Again, another save. Whew. And now. Right over there. For a choose your own adventure game, the game is relatively straightforward. Which might be a weakness of it here. You don't get that many choices. It's usually just a 2, maybe 3 split path at most. Which is kind of why I decided to go with a dice roll instead. And finally he's through the jungle and has reached the ruins. And say hello to Dr. Wily's favorite. Oh yes, oh yes. This game was actually released on PlayStation and Sega Saturn, but only in Japan. Alright. And now, as I mentioned here, he believes himself to be Mega Man's rival, and he decides to see who would be the better robot master. Here we do get a big choice. We either get to fight him or to try to convince him. Let's see what the dice gives us. We try to convince him. Crap. Okay. Right, so you're pretty much telling him here at this point that the evil wave here are trying to destroy everybody. The waves that's coming out of Ramoon, they're actually taking out all of the robots, all of the everything here, and if those waves get bad enough, it will destroy also humans. Everybody will be destroyed. But Quickman doesn't believe that, of course not. So Mega Man is trying to trick him. But he doesn't. He tries to convince him still here. He's not just gonna give up. That's why Mega Man's not trying to fight him directly, he's trying to talk to him. At least he's trying to talk compared to the other robot masters. And this is what you might think about the game being a little too violent. He hesitates for a moment. Yup. And now, Shadow Man. Shadow Man is a bit different from the other robot masters too. Lore-wise, Mega Man 3, Shadow Man is not like the other robot masters. He was actually found in ruins, and is actually an alien robot. All that drama for a shuriken. Yep. Yay! And Quickman decided to take the shot for you. Oof. Yes, he has Giant Frog in Rockman the Power Battles. And now you get so angry, you get the full health refill. Get yourself ready. And now he gets to show how much of a ninja he is. Alright, problem with this fight is that usually I have Quickman's weapon to fight him. Yeah, that choice you had before, you had a chance to fight Quickman and get the quick boomerang from him. The Quickman boomerang weapon would have made this fight a whole lot easier. I wonder if any of the other weapons is going to work. This actually works pretty nicely. If I was shooting at the right one. Okay, it doesn't do all that much damage, but Flash Stopper does help. Come on. Thankfully, I can take this one. Decently. Come on. Thank you, Flashman, for a very useful weapon. Unfortunately, I am gonna run out of ammo before he runs out of health. And now the other ninja technique, you know. Believe it! That's a real one. A moment to tell which one's the right one. Thankfully, there's a cursor that tells you which one's the original. Like you've got a scanner, but it takes a moment for you to go through it and defend yourself. There you go. And with this, we have pretty much ended disc 1 out of 3. And Shadow Man is dusted. To the point where there's nothing left. Quickman's last words. Well, last words. You know they'll bring him back. And yeah, he's pretty much telling you to stop Dr. Wily and whatever's happening. Go for it. What a tender moment! Such love! Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Even in the Archie's comic, Quickman does take a shot from Megaman here. It's pretty nice, but Shadow Man shows how badass he is in that moment too here. Whew. Robot or human or both? Which is he? Megaman or Quickman? Because they're all robots actually. And now, like a traditional anime, you get to see credits in a fashion. But Megaman, yes, Megaman, he is fully a robot, from head to toes. But yes, they are fully robots, in this universe at the very least. You also get to see some of the scenes you didn't actually get to see in the actual game. Well, in your first run. Part of the adventure here is that you get to replay the game multiple times, see the scenes from the other sides, see what happened in the other part. Bland New Way. That's the name of that song right now. Bland New Way. Yeah, but smaller there compared to what you usually see in the game. There are also extra scenes if you ever get defeated by some of the robot masters or some of the fights. We didn't get to see that, and we also didn't get to see Bubble Mine in this run. I'll be moving on to this 2 in a moment, so... Unfortunately, because I'm running this on an emulator, I can't use part of a feature of the game. Usually you should be able to save the section of the section of the game to carry over the weapons from one disc to the other. Since I'm running this on the emulator, I haven't found a way to be able to transfer this from one to the other. So I'm going there bare. Right. And now you also get a preview of this too. Like I said, it's like all 3 CDs are like one big anime. Megaman Mass Effect, indeed. Alright. Number 2. And poof. Yes, we are currently running this on a Sega CD. Sega Saturn. Blah. I believe the Sega Saturn has actually a few extra features compared to Mega Man, if I'm not wrong. Compared to the PlayStation 1. Surprisingly, but... Alright. Now that Candy Proper Admin has an opening. I'm actually going to skip the opening because it kind of spoils what happens during the episode itself. And we start this with a recap of the intro of episode 1. As I mentioned, in this part here in Central America, there is suddenly a wave that is spreading through the world that is shutting down all electronics. Anything electronic here is getting slowly shut down and is getting worse and worse. That's just part of the source of that area is a set of ruins that have suddenly come out of the ground. And the local military has tried to get inside of this, but since everything is being shut down, well, this happens to anything coming close. No missiles, no gunshot, just BOOM! They need to build some better choppers. But Dr. Wily decided to go inside of there. He actually arrived there before the military. I don't know if they use that in FF8. Does sound very similar, though. I do know that some of the music, actually the introduction music that we had earlier was also used in Mega Man 8 in Japanese during the intro. Right? Oh, and you go back to this scene here. More of the army coming in. And this is also part of why Inafune said this game was too violent. Dr. Wily, of course, is inside his base building something new. Building a new robot master. Duck. But yes, this scene, as I said, is part of why Inafune said this was too violent. It's kind of similar to what Dragon Ball Z had to deal at some point here. Because they show people in helicopters that are gonna blow up. And Inafune said in an interview, the scene would have been alright if people had jumped out in parachutes. But nobody jumps out in parachutes. Yeah, thankfully these helicopters were all filled with cargo. And the cargo was people. Yep, this was too violent for Inafune and said, nope, don't want to touch this. Don't want to touch this. There's another scene a little bit later that's a little bit on the bad side too, but yeah, no. Well, the fact that he's done the Mega Man X series and Mega Man Zero says that he doesn't know about drama, but he didn't want drama or violence in this game. For some reason. Dying robots? Hey, mighty fine, no problem. But dying humans? Nope, sorry, nope, no can do. And now we turn to the world for more drama. The world is going down without electricity. Planes falling from the sky. People dying all around. Hey. Coulda. Now the world's country decide, should we give in to Dr. Wily's demands? And now Mega Man has built a grave for Quickman. Yep, for Quickman himself. Also part of the plot is that Roll is also dying. $1 million! Yes! Oi. But yes, part of the plot here is that Roll is also a lot more vulnerable for some reason, and will most likely die. In fact, a lot of the game over screen is not actually about Mega Man dying. Mega Man will most of the time survive, and he'll just suddenly be back at the labs, watching Roll die. And that's it, game over. Why is she more vulnerable? Because she's a girl. That's it. You know. Roll, again, rolling back gender equality in a few ages. No matter which cartoon she's in, I'm afraid. True. Should have looked forward up, you know? Again, the Archie's comic handled this a lot better. But, indeed. Right. And there's a robot that decides to make a prayer. And here comes Sniper Joe! Yep. Looking back for memories. Of course, this was a time where Proto Man was actually friendly. Yep, Proto Man, also known as Blues.
この地球のピンチにお前一人では荷が重いと思ってな。じゃあ一緒に戦ってくれるんだね。ああ。しかし俺は俺のやり方で戦うさ。一人が性に合ってるから。
Alright. Now, after this, I'm gonna have a quick selection. Set of arrows. We're gonna go left first, and after that, we're gonna go right. There's a little important item to get in this too that is really great for it, that I wish I could carry over to this tree, because this tree's final bosses are pretty much being told the strategy for these bosses is take this item, cross your fingers, pray to God, and kiss your thumb goodbye. Going this way, you get the Proto Shield. You pretty much get to use the Mega Buster, but your defense is also incredibly increased. It's all for free, there's no ammo to it, there's no reason not to use it if you're just stuck with a Mega Buster. Alright, again, we get our little decisions. Let's roll the dice. And option number 2. Oh, great birds! These look familiar. Oh, we actually get to fight them this time. Yeah, the first time I went through this, I actually had to get around them. Or run from them. Right, bring it on. Come on. Birds! Right, Pro Shield. As well. It's not like I've got a weakness for me to take care of. Nope, not this time. I said not this time. Come on! How was I supposed to dodge that? Like I said, thank you for the shield, because I'm pretty sure I would have taken a lot more damage. Come on. It's hard to be able to tell sometimes when they're supposed to be hitting you or not. Come on. Yeah. And there we go. Wait, there's more. Whew. Just a hint before. And let's see here. Bit of a different path this time. Uh-oh. That's bad. Ancient ruins crumbling before your eyes. Guess we're not going back that way. Hey, Woody! Ah, so you've taken down Shadow Man. You didn't even leave him a corpse. You'll never get repaired. You'll never be fixed. Alright, choice time again. Choice number 1, we get to fight him. In this case, you get to either fight him or not fight him, but you don't get much of a choice, really. Yup! Dr. Wally must have been high when you made him. Great at stealth, but not so much anything else. If I had the weapons from this one, I'd be using automatic fire against him. But I don't have that. So Proto Man it is. Nope. Come on. How I'm supposed to shoot out this attack, I don't know. It doesn't seem like it's taking any hits on me. Thank you, Proto Shield. That was a whole lot of damage. This one was also what I consider more the tutorial of the game. It's pretty easy compared to what's going to come up next. Well, Falling Up. And now we get the Leaf Shield. Right. One more weapon to go. Poor Woodman gets no respect. Bark is worse than his bite. Now, I believe our next choice is coming up in a moment. Dice, tell me choice number 1. Going on this path. Most of the choices are going to be let's go this path, let's go that path, let's go back and forth. Of course, it's never just that simple. Oh, great! Well, out. That stings. Guess who? The biggest blowhard in Megaman 2. One might say our biggest fan, but I don't know, he's a blowhard. A whole lot of hot air. Come on. Are you telling me to leave you alone? Okay, okay. Sorry. I can't help it. These puns are just elemental. There'd be something about the weakness for these bosses, but most of the time the weakness is just going to be use the weapon of the previous boss you've already faced, and you'll have the weaknesses pretty much figured out right there. Unfortunately, there are some times where you just don't get enough ammunition to take on the boss, which is a bloody shame because look at this thing! Like, how am I supposed to defend against this thing? How? It's inhuman! Well, in robot, and... Alright. One more robot master down. And one air shooter earned. Right. And we got a big chasm. Lovely! Lovely! Pretty wide and long. Oh, great! I remember these things! For Mega Man 1, they're such a bother. They're hard to hit with just your Mega Buster. Uh-oh. Come on, take my input. Woohoo! So silly. Time to take those out. Of course, they're a lot more of a pain in this game than they were in Mega Man 1. Back to Proto Shield. Yeah, these weren't armed with missiles the first time you meet them. Thankfully, these seem to go down relatively easy this time. Either that or my aim is improving. Alright. One more fight down. They do repeat a lot of those scenes. That's right, Beat. Teach him a lesson. There's even more! There's always more! Why? Yep, even he's tired about this. Retreat! Retreat! Great. Action scene again. Ooh. Item box. With an extra energy card. Downloading data and schematics. Uh-oh. And here we go with the usual Crashman. The Robot Master with no hands. This fight is a pain. Oh, this fight is a pain. Just see how many things I'm gonna be dealing with on this one. So you remember what you were saying about birds on the ground? Like how? Like look at how many projectiles this thing is shooting at me. Oh great! Why? Why? Thank you. Thank you. One more robot master down. Now, with so many robots going around here, he's decided to duck for cover. Try to get a little bit of distance while those things are scatting around for him. Otherwise, this is going to keep on attacked and attacked and attacked and ambushed. He's not getting a break. Right. Now, once more, we get a choice. What do you tell me? Shoot number 2. Now, this one doesn't give us... I don't get much context on that one. I believe he's saying to go right away and attack, but Porterman tells us that's foolish. You shouldn't do that. Pretty much he's being told, I don't know. I don't know. He's like Batman. He didn't even hear him whistle. So you don't want your shield back, right? You don't need me to give that to you, right? Right? So are you gonna stick with me? No, you're just gonna run off on your own. Is your job done here? I didn't do anything. Away! And Dr. Wily typing away at his work. Thinks that he's out of his... They doesn't have to worry about Megaman at all. He's got his whole plan figured out. But now we get to see Ramoon's origins. Ramoon actually came from space. Because sure, why not? Wouldn't be the first time they've used space as a source of evil. But he's actually from way, way older. This is back in prehistoric times. Where he's come down. Aye. Transformers. Yep. Yep. Only this guy doesn't transform. But yes. But then humans found him back in the caves. Then he went closer. He was curious about this perfectly shaped round black ball. And then he touched. No! And then suddenly his hair grew white, gray. And he became very intelligent. I've actually watched Gantz, I've heard about it, but... But yes, Ramoon started teaching him technology and told him how to be superior. Building up giant ruins to worship him. But Ramoon decided... Ooh. Yeah, I heard about it. So a lot of people watched it or read it and regretted it. A lot of characters died a lot, very often on it.
ついにラムーンの怒りが爆発
But then suddenly Ramu decided, no, this is taking too slow. It's not worth my time here. I'm gonna bury myself under the ground where nobody can find me for ages, and I'm gonna come back when you guys are smarter and have technology. Which is when suddenly he decided, you know what? After 1,000 years, it's time to conquer Earth. And decided to surface himself up from the ground. Ouch. And back to roll. Still on the surgery table.
頼んだぞ
Now finally that things are dying down, that all of the scouts are going down for recharge, I guess. Megaman decides to go out and... Oh wait! There are some robots left.
あれは竹鉄塔だ。しまった、見つかった。
And... We've got a choice of arrows here. Gotta catch Dr. Wowie! Dr. Wowie. Definitely the Japanese actor is a lot better than the English one. Alright, let's see what choices we get this time. 2! Let's see where that leads us.
左へ行こ
Dr. Wowie. I usually tend going with choice 1, so going with choice 2 is a little bit different. Once more to our transition to our action stage. We don't have much life left. Oh, great. Hey, come on. Hey, not so much. Did he shoot from his butt? Yep, that was a butt. Like, why? Dr. Wally, what did you do? Why? Why? Okay, health is a little low.
う。全部撃ち落としたぞ。お
Uh-oh. Wait, jump! Jump, come on! Great! Great! Great genius, Megaman. Reflex of the ages. Known to jump.
ここは鍾乳洞だ。ビート、今さら何を触れているんだ。ここは全身アルプナムだ。
Right, let it run out his keys.
これは
Oh great, our greatest enemies. Moving blocks. How do they move, foe?
よし。岩が
How does that work?
すり抜けよう。ビート、僕から離れちゃダメだよ。
Pretty sure Gravity Man isn't about this, but yes, timing puzzles.
ダメだ。先に行けない。
Was I supposed to like, press quickly on that one? I was just waiting for it to come back up. Hip! Hip! I've been crushed way too many times for this. Come on. Yes. There we go. Oh, great. Side to side now. Sure hope that was the right way. How am I supposed to know which one is the right way? Okay, I'll take it. I'll take it. No problem. No problem, I'll take it.
抜けられた。
Oh, right. This bit.
バートルト。
Bats!
戦う気だな。行くぞ。
If The last fight was a bad one. This one's not gonna get any better. This one I've seen before. Thank you for the shield. Like, how am I supposed to shoot all of these? Like, yeah, I believe I might have mentioned earlier, but the game has a weird difficulty curve. Where things get a lot harder real quick. I wish Crashman hadn't done so much damage last time. Come on. And there we go. Oh, of course, some of them dash into you too. My energy, my life. And this is with increased defense thanks to the shield. If it weren't for the portal shield, I know I'm not getting through that. Hey! Sneaky! Thank you, thank you. Here comes Snake Man, the sneakiest of robot masters. Let's into an ambush. This fight also gives me some problem. Odds are I'm heading into a game over on this one. Well, I'm gonna probably be dying to this one here and coming back with full health. I don't get much of a choice on this one. Weakness weapon, Crash Bomber. Best weapon I've got for him. Come on. Guy loves to pop out of the ground. His weapon is also really hard to shoot down because he'll keep on dodging you. Come on. Ah! Oh, that hurts. Oof. Crash Bomb, definitely a weapon to grab for it. Oof. Come on! Oof. Sorry if I'm not responding to chat. I am a little focused. I'm not dying. And... Ooh. Oh, great. Phase 2 now. He's getting angry. Also give Corrupts a Crash Bomber, tends to hit multiple times in a row. It isn't too terrible, no, but it's one of the lesser known games that Inafune flat out refused. It only came out in Japan. Taking heavy damage. Alright, Sir Snake. Alright. Now, again, I really don't have much health left. I'm either going to take an E-Tank next time, or I'm going to be taking a game over. Let's see what the dice are giving us this time. Number 2. I've run through this disc through choice number 1 every single time, so going choice 2 is actually new for me. Yes, if only there were some drops. Meteor! Metul! What the? Okay! That? Does that count as drops? You know, Japanese game. Just workers trying to have a lunch. Not a lot of Batools tend to have arms, you know? Okay? That... Straight to the next boss then. Oh, that's gonna sting. The action is really good too here. But yes, as you said here, compared to a Mario CDI game or Zelda CDI. Yeah. Evil Man takes no shit in this one. Right. Off to use the Search Snake weapon. Right. Thankfully, as I mentioned, the boss weaknesses are pretty straightforward. Just use whatever weapon you just got last time, and odds are they're gonna be stunned with it. Dark is where it's a lot more special in this, but in this case, I am sticking with my guns. You think they would have stuck with the original weakness from the actual games, but no, they didn't. Well, most of the time. Nope. Die. And we get one of our first game over screens, I think. Gemini Man's is a little later. This guy here is Needle Man. Ghost, not to light. Ooh! I'm sure whatever he's saying right now, he is deep and reflective on what's happening and trying to encourage him or trying to explain him. I unfortunately don't speak Japanese, so... Oh yeah, roll dice. I believe I was playing that too here. A lot of the game over screens in this game isn't Megaman dying. It's Roll dying. Suddenly he finds himself back home, and he watches her finally, well, die. It happens very, very frequently in this game. Of course, Dr. Wily finds that oh so entertaining. Yeah. And the future refused to change. Game over. Yeah. Dr. Wily doesn't know what the fudge he's doing. No, it's not his buddy's goal. He's got a much bigger scheme going on. But for some reason, this is the game over screen. This was going to lead up to it. It's like Megaman just gives up. He's got nothing left to fight for. Good question. Good question. I don't know. But yes, it makes this whole thing a whole lot darker suddenly. This time we're going to go with choice number 1, since we saw what choice number 2 gave us, and choice number 2 gave us nothing. Funny little scene for it, it was amusing to see, but let's see if this actually gives us some actual options. Come on. Aye. And yes, these ski scenes are unskippable. Part of the time, I guess, but yeah, you don't get a choice on this. As you've... He has not killed B, just knocked him aside. Never mind. No problem. Sometimes scenes happen. Right. Okay, my energy bar is still extremely low, so as I said, I'll be using an energy tank here. I was hoping to save that for later. Also, if my weapon screen seems pretty empty, all of these empty slots here are meant for weapons from disc 1 that I cannot transfer over because emulator. Alright. Let's try to survive this time. Thank you, Sir Snake. Alright. Wait, you hit me? You hit me! Yeah, if you see a robot master in this case getting stunned when you're attacking with a weapon, you've got a weakness for them. Come on. Uh-oh. Alright. Now we're back to normal. I am gonna refill these parts of our weapons. Refill there. Right. Hey, pleasure to show this here. If you want to see the rest of it, I'll probably be... Well, I might not do this tree tonight, but if you want to watch a video of it, here you can watch it later. There's not much left to this too, bro. Right. There we go. But have a good night. Yeah. Needleman has been nailed down. And there we go. I'll probably just show this game off for another show, hopefully. It's a rare game nobody's ever really heard about, and it's interesting. Makes me wonder, I don't think Capcom is ever going to get this out re-released or remade, which is a bit of a shame here. Might make for a good, obscure collection of games. And the story is, yes, relatively dark here, even for a little bit weird. Well, I'm glad you're here. Glad you enjoyed the show. Yes, this game never got released outside of Japan. It was released on Sega Saturn and PlayStation. And, right, let's go on to the choices again. I'm gonna take a mulligan on this one. Choice number 1. I've actually seen the choice on this one, and choice number 2 would have actually given me a better hope. Hopefully I don't forget this one. And here comes the final boss of this disc. Here comes Gemini Man. Ah. Oh, lovely. And if you thought the last fight was hectic, yeah, imagine 5 robot masters at the same time. Oh, look at it now. And one less thinking he's about to go down. Big dramatic music. And I remember this fight. This one's gonna be rough. This is gonna hurt. Yeah. Come on. Come on. Ah. Fudge. Oh, great! Well, oh, and as I was saying about the endings, about Roll dying most of the time, here's one of the exceptions. Yikes. this one? Get back to the opening screen. Some of the choices within the game are also relatively brutal because some of them will go straight to your death. Others will actually give you some really useful item just for making the wrong choice. I'm going to show you that in a moment. Alright. Back to the defeat of Needleman, which still took a big chunk of our health out.
心配はいらないよ。僕はここで倒れるわけにはいかないんだ。必ずロールを地球を救ってみせる。
Alright. See the light again. Unfortunately, product of the time, even though it was great to be an FMV game during these times, you can't skip these cutscenes. Even if you've seen them, even if you've seen them hundreds of times, it's nice to be able to see them. They're really well made. But you can't fast forward through them. Alright, now we're gonna go with choice number 2 and see what we got behind this door. Look, an E-Tank! And if you wonder how E took E-Tanks, here's how you took. Straight to the Buster. And right back to the original scene. Nothing lost, plenty gained. Not only an energy tank for you to be able to recover your health with, but you're able to refill your energy bar once. So, real big advantage, just for making one choice. Alright, round 2. Plenty charge. Shouldn't be a problem. A part of me would wish I could be able to do better in this fight to transfer over to the other disc. But because I'm playing on an emulator, I'm not able to get the data from one disc to the other. So, no matter what I'm going to do here, I am only going to be able to carry what I have. Doesn't matter what I waste here. Yes. Alright. Round 2, big guy. I'm actually going to start for the Proto Shield this time. Since I'm going to be more defense and I'm going to want to take care of the later phase a little bit quicker. A little bit of strategy. But Proto Shield decreases the amount of damage you take drastically. Just for having it. It's just like using the regular Mega Buster. But really drastically reduce what you get. Come on. Come on. Come on. No. Alright. The good thing about choosing the weakness weapon for is that it does stun them a little moment, so you can actually take care of some of the attacks without him spamming more. Yes! That's close! But didn't have to use the E-Tank I had gotten, and the energy was just enough for me to clear this. Well placed. Whew. And now we've reached the end of this too. And now we've got Dr. Wily deciding to show up via hologram. Going to flop when he's done. Pretty much saying there's no way you can stop me. I've got a master plan. He's got this whole ruin and you can't tell where I am. But this is also when I believe Megaman is also going to tell him about what's really happening, about what's going on. He's trying to give him a warning about what's happening. Dr. Wily, all he wants here is money. He wants a bounty, he wants to take over the world. That's all he wants. But he's not aware that the wave that's happening at the moment is actually going to kill everything. It's killing robots, killing electronics. It's also going to kill every single human, including him eventually. but communications have been cut off. Hey, what did you do, Ramoon? Why did you stop the stock here? And you believe he's saying either the pyramid is storing energy or you had to cut off the conversation. Yeah, Ramoon is making his own plans. Ramoon is a supercomputer that is pretty self-aware. While Wally is a little bit obsessed about his newest creation. Unaware of the threat the big guy in the sky is giving him. Alright. Megaman in the meantime. Ah! Gemini Man isn't fully dead, foe. And he's become aware that something's not right. So he's pretty much gonna tell Megaman where to find Dr. Wily. Megaman is definitely worried about them after all. He's trying to make them survive. The comic at this point, I'm referencing the Mega Man Archie's comic, also does point on this one here. And Gemini Man does recognize here that there's something wrong going on here, that something's not going up to plan. He's a little bit controlled by Ramoon, but at the same time, you got a whole army of Robot Masters afterwards coming to help to Mega Man. Doesn't happen in this game, foe. But, well, they had to stretch this game a little bit more. First disc was crossing the jungle to reach the ruins. Disc 2 is going through the ruins to reach the pyramid. Disc 3 is the pyramid itself. The pyramid is rough. It's rough. Ooh. It's a pain. But now Mega Man's feeling pumped up for seeing the sun. Partly because, if you didn't know, Mega Man is actually powered up by the sun. He's powered by a solar battery. And all his shooting is actually solar energy. Hey. Whoops. My bad. A little bit on a trip by dropping the controller. Thankfully, we were at the end of disc 2, and all was left was the preview for the next disc. So I'm going to go ahead and slot in disc 3. I've got time for it. Up on Sega Saturn. Disc 3 is hard. It is very, very, very hard. Oof. Yep, because I believe I mentioned it beforehand, but some of the later bosses deal a whole lot of damage, and the strategy I found online was equip the Proto Shield from disc 2, cross your fingers, pray to God, and kiss your thumb goodbye. Actually, I'm gonna let you watch the... Well, no, actually. I love the song of the introduction, but unfortunately the introduction has a lot of spoilers for episode 3 and what's gonna happen, so I'd rather avoid that for now. We're gonna watch it afterwards. Alright. But just like a regular cartoon, they go with a recap of what happened previously. As if it was meant to be a 3-part cartoon rather than a video game, they decided to change their mind in midway through. When we go back to the surface of the ruins, we start back at the very beginning. I believe we're probably going to see the helicopters in the sunset once more. I'm pretty sure an EMP doesn't make them explode like this, but we're not going to question that. We're seeing archaeologist Dr. Wily finding the ruins once more, threatening the world for his gain. And we've had Mega Man crossing over to the rescue. If you want to experience and get a full look at the story, I, again, can't recommend enough the Archie's comics of Mega Man. They are extremely well made. It ties everything between Mega Man 2 and Mega Man 3 really, really well. It has drama, it has action. It is, again, here, I love Mega Man, I'm a Mega Man fan, and I cannot get enough of those. Alright. Now we're facing back to the government, and, well, everything's lost power. Nothing's got power at all. Everything's stopped, cars are being dropped. All across the world, the trust is going out. Hospitals, of course, are no longer being powered down. So a lot of people are having problems, especially anybody that had surgery. You take a moment here. Now the United Nations are deciding how we're going to give in to this maniac. And in the end, they say we're gonna have to surrender to this madman. You don't have much of a choice. You know, Al, again, Roll, our lady in distress, is still at the table. And Megaman, determined to save the world. Right, here the choices get a lot more complicated. This is why my dice roller also has a D3 to make those kind of choices. You look that way, I'm gonna look around that way and see if there's a way in. Even for there's a perfectly nice way in right there. I don't know. Getting around, there are 3 plates. All 3 of them is a way inside. Which one do we go to? Let's see what the dice says. Choice number 1. I've already taken choice number 1, but I'm gonna let the dice decide. Down into the ruins. Ooh. Item box. Guess what we're gonna face soon. Yoink! It's mine now. Woo! Wait, no, that's not nice, that's not nice. Mine, that's mine. Wait, nope, nope. Right in. How is it supposed to fit? Was he bigger than a box? Yeah, I'd be upset too if I was that whole bot. Come on, come on, come on, come on. Right. The action sequence also will have less arrows around for you to dodge things. Wait, what's that? I don't like it. I don't like it. Now you get to see it a second time. It seems very similar. But you actually get an arrow this time. And this time you get to spot it. And you get to shoot at it. Last time I remember this was a pain. This one was painful. Hey, are you shooting your eye at me? Yeah, this isn't creepy at all. No, 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 no. You think it sees us? It's a giant walking eye. How are you supposed to shoot all of these down? This is where the difficulty comes in. There we go. Last one down. And so we begin this tree with about a third of our health out. And most likely all of the bosses I'll be facing, I'll be doing a game over on and coming back to them with a full health bar. It is not easy. This is a pain in my tuchus. Now he's looking back at his latest creation. Wondering if he's going to be ready in time. And of course, he's clueless about what's going to happen. Hope you're enjoying the show, by the way. I'm hoping to show this off to another show later on here. Probably gonna only have time to show disc 1 at the time, but we'll see if people want to see the rest of it. I tried so many times to be able to transfer data from disc 1 to disc 2 to disc 3, but I just couldn't find a way to do it. I've tried multiple emulators to try to work it out here, trying to find a way to do it, and I just couldn't find a way to pass this off. But I've been able to actually complete the game today, so I'm actually going to complete it. No, wait, I completed it yesterday. Then it was more of a practice run before this. Alright. Unfortunately, Mega Man is going in circles at this point. Let's see what the dice decide for us this time. 3. I have actually never seen this option. You look that way. Ooh, this is different. I've seen this. Well, they seem a little upset. Probably saying that they can't contact Dr. Wily. Oh, seems to be a good path to go to. First one I went with option number 1, and we met a whole bunch of Mets. What do we have here? What? Oh, magnet! Guess who our next boss is? Of course. Hey, gotta take care of the dog after all. We'll find an adventure you've never seen before. I guess they found the little one that was upset. Right? What? Magnemites would be proud of you, boys. Come on. No. Come on. What's that? Nope. You're feeling really lonely there. Taking a lot of damage there. Come on. There we go. Alright. Those little buggers. That was you. Energy card. Or not! Son of a bird! He's upset. Of course he'd be upset. Uh-oh. Here comes Megaman. Next Robot Master and odds are our first game over. This one is gonna hurt a lot. Including my thumb, because this guy's, you might say damage sponge. Yes, he has a shield. And the way to get through, I believe, is to hit the little spinning part on top of him. And you've got a very small target to hit him at, and I don't have a weakness weapon against him either. Of course, you gotta take care of all the missiles gonna shoot at you. Hey, nope. Nope, no, 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 no. What is he, Dio? No. Right. I haven't taken a lot of damage on this one here. Right. Come on. But that's because we're still on the easy phase of this fight. The next fight's gonna be a lot more pain. Speaking of... Oh, how did we not get damage there? The shield's already back up! He's gonna keep on repeating this. Hopefully, thankfully he doesn't say welcome to die, Master of Magnets. Well, he is the Master of Magnets. Oh. Just a bit more. My head! My head! And thankfully, this is our first Robot Master on this disc. And we get our first weapon, the magnet missile. Whew. Hopefully we won't get too much damage before the next boss. Hey, another item box! And a little meadow. Now what do we want to do with him? 2. Let's see what he's gonna do. Ooh. Item card. A Dark Moon? I've never seen that bit. I'm not sure what that means. Big open room, and whoop! Who shut down this? Whoop! That's not a moon! Classic card, man. Alright, we're gonna need to try to take him down with the magnet missiles. Magnet missiles work a lot more different in this game, though. Because they actually freeze your enemies temporarily. Part of why I'm switching over to Mega Buster while he's doing that here is the magnet missile doesn't have that much ammunition, I'm afraid. It's great for freezing an enemy in spot, but you gotta switch your other weapon to actually deal damage. Well, magnet missile will still deal damage, there's just not enough ammo to defeat anyone with it. Yeah, next boss we're not gonna survive. We're not surviving the next boss with this kind of energy. Well, Iron Man came apart. Oh great! Well, that's bad. That's bad. If you thought spikes were bad, watch out for acid. Yoink, 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 yoink. Platforming is its finest. Too bad I can't be part of it. Yoink. Ooh. Nice pickup. Well, guess who's on top of the situation? Pick yourself up there. Top man. Getting ahead of his string theory. Alright. This one's gonna be harsh. I know I keep on saying that, but this one there's just no way I can dodge everything with all of that. But thankfully in these fights you actually get a bit of help. Say hi to Cutman. Yes, Cutman will actually save you in this case. But this way you do get to come back to the fight with full HP and full weapons. So it's a blessing in disguise. And now ghostly Dr. Light again. Trying to give him words of encouragement. Again, great words of encouragement, I'm sure. Would help if I could understand them. Doesn't help that whenever you get to die in this fight, you get to see this video over and over again. You don't get a choice, you have to watch him once more, over and over. Bit of a weak part for this, but understandable. Now, usually I'd roll for choices, but in these game over screens, first screen is to continue, this is to quit to game over, and this is to choose a loading point. So we're just gonna continue and go back to the fight we had, back to full health. Thankfully there is no life system, so you don't need to worry about going back to the beginning. Right. Alright. This is a case where I might wonder if it's not just better just to keep shooting him and ignore the damage. Just so we can get the fight over sooner. Bandit's weapon seems to be also effective on this one. Whew. Well. Alright. One more weapon, the top spin. Thankfully, this ship gets saved by Beat. Oh, that's one thing you're happy you can actually do in here compared to the games. Okay, here... yeah, I'm gonna go with the dice. I told myself I'd do it. I know choice number 2 is actually the better option. I know choice number 1 is not that good. I've never seen actually choice number 3. Usually I go for choice number 2 here, but we'll go for this one. See what this one gives us. This is pretty much similar to part number 1, actually. Sparkman! Yep, Sparkman's a problem. Here comes the next fight. As again, the weapon of choice against him is the very effective top spin. And he's actually our last traditional robot master from Mega Man 3 that we're going to take care of. And again, a pain in my tuchus. Don't ask me how to actually stop that attack, I do not know. Yeah, we're gonna take the loss on this one. I don't have much of a choice. The health was not high enough. Whew. Blues to the rescue. Sparkman actually has strength in this game. Hoo-wee. Oh yeah, you remember that nice speech that you had from Dr. Light? Here we go again. I believe it's just the same thing, just with a different background. But yes, the Mega Man comic book here actually made this game fit right in between Mega Man 2 and Mega Man 3. It actually explains quite a bit of the story behind Mega Man 3. At the beginning of Mega Man 3, Dr. Wily actually lost his memory at that point. I should have gone with the other option. But Mega Man 3, Dr. Wily lost his memory, and in this game, he actually shows that he was actually mind controlled by Ra Moon. That was his excuse for that, and that's how he got excused and worked on Mega Man 3. Right, back to top spin. Man. Nope. 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 There we go. This magnet is my best weapon against those kind of close attack. I am not gonna look a gift horse in the mouth. Come on. Almost. There we go. Whew. Sparkman down. Whew. All right. Let's get his weapon. Wait, what? Nope. Ain't no. You was playing dead. You was playing dead. Oh. And unfortunately, poof. Why is he knocked out? I do not know the full details. It's just plot convenience. And now up to the lair. Oh, guess who's back? Everybody except Shadow Man, actually. Since he was mentioned previously that he is so dead that he could not be revived. But it seems like Sparkman was the reason why he was unconscious. Go figure. And say hello to his latest creation, Raw Thor. Created right off the technology for Raboon. His supercomputer. And now he's finally explaining himself on what's gonna happen. What's going on, and Quickman's pretty much gonna go with our side in a fashion. But of course, Dr. Wily doesn't want to believe him since, you know, he's foiled his plot so many times. And he just wants to stop him from taking over the world. And he thinks that he's controlling Raboon, that he's completely in control of this. But he says he doesn't know, he's starting to have some doubt. So finish him off! I don't want him to be here anymore here. Just get rid of him. Shoot him down. Time for an execution. And nope. Raboon decided this time, yep, now is the time for me to show my real colors. Big plot twist. I'm my own monster. I will destroy humanity and make this planet mine. Dr. Wily, you thought that you were using me to create your master plan, but in reality, I was using you. I let you create a way to be able to diffuse my waves all across the world. And thanks to you, I'll be able to do what I want. So thank you for being so useful. And then we get back to his backstory, showing how he's actually part from space, because of course, again going back to the Megaman comic, they actually make reference that Raboon is actually connected to the star droids from Mega Man 5 on the Game Boy. He's actually part of their empire. This is also part of the violence that Inafune said was just too violent for this game. I wonder why. Now it's time for its robot masters to fight back. But unfortunately, those robot masters were all made by Raboon, so he's gonna get backups against that. Oh, even better than that, Dr. Wily decides to stick Raboon against the wrong robot masters. Yeah, this Raboon was made, Wrath Thor was made by Raboon. Raboon decided, nope, you know, it's mine. It's mine now. Fighting on my side. And now, for being so useful, I will simply give you the honor of dying real quick by your own creation. Talk to the hand. Yeah, they were being real useful. They knew who to call. Yeah. Raboon doesn't give a cock. Well, I keep calling it Raboon, but it's actually Raw Thor. This fight is really, really tough. I know I've said that in most of the fights on this one here, but this one really pushes it. And gone on this one. I believe this is one I can just come back from with full energy, if I'm not wrong. Finish him off. No! He's dead! No! And now he's taking care of all of your wants and Wily all in one shot. Guess what? Wily's dead! Now the world will be mine! They're fashion colonizing it for his Star Droids army to come by. Maniacal laughter. Classic. Thankfully, back to where we were. With a full bar of energy. Now, if you're wondering what Rothor's weakness is, well, as a typical rule, it is Spark Shock, the weapon from the last Roman Master. Whoops. Spark Shock a lot more useful in this fight than the actual Megaman 3 games. Go figure. I'm gonna regret. I knew I was gonna regret that one. Oh. Yeah, next time I may have to use the energy tank. Unlike what you might think, this is not actually the final boss. He's very high up there. It's certainly a hard fight. But it's not the final boss. Of course, these cutscenes cannot be skipped. Next time I'll also use the Magnet Man weapon more often. Let's go! Alright. Round 3. Ding ding ding! Oh, come on! Oh, yeah, I'm gonna have to. Hate to do this now, but sorry with the other weapons. Okay, That's a problem. That's a problem. Oof. Not enough spark shock. And of course, this is unskippable. Ay, 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 ay. Like I said, this is a fight where the Proto Shield would have been incredibly useful. Hint, hint, we might be coming back to this screen a few times. Last time I did that, I actually had 2 energy tanks left, which was a whole lot of help. I'll start the fight without using the magnet missile yet. I'm gonna go for the easier part without it. Hey, come on. You know what? Change of strategy. I even saved my energy tank there. It's done. But Ramud actually saw ahead of that. He told himself, "You made something out of me, now I've made something from your design." My own little twist on an old classic. Because, you know, you can't have a Mega Man game without a devil. The classic boss, Raw Devil. This little twist is actually spoiled by the ending of this too, so in fact it's a bit of a blessing I missed it. Let's say hello to the final boss of this one. And of course, he's shielded. See you soon. Gotta take care of the doggos. Take him out, but nope, he's fully shielded. Nothing you can do will do anything against it. Nothing you can do against it. And of course, he's gonna take his anger out on all the robot masters, leaving us for the end. Time for a useless charge on this one. Not much you can do. It's a pretty brutal fight, as you can see. This is not actually game over screen, foe. Fight just shows him taking all the damage without even a scratch. And down Megaman goes. And Ramoon is fully protected, but Wily, genius that he is, finally does figure out something. Because he's putting all of his energy shielding the Ra Devil, it means that Ramoon himself is vulnerable. He's gonna pour all of the energy he's got into attacking Ramoon directly rather than attacking the Ra Devil. So Wally's actually being useful here. But he's gonna do that before Ramoon actually notices that something's happening, that something is wrong. Of course, now's the time for a flashback. One last little encouragement from the dying lady. And now this is your cue again to either give up or load, or you can continue once more. And instead of your usual go back to the fight, you actually get everybody to help. You have to fight for people, for humanity, for Dr. Wily. For Dr. Wily. Magnet took a hit with his shield. Hardman and Woodman, the most defensive ones, while everybody else gathers up and gives him his energy. You can do it. Full HP, full energy. One little robot against the big one. Alright. He's fully powered up. He's ready for a fight. Right into it for good damage. Alright. Hopefully this won't go too bad. Why did I have to say that? Oh great, I don't get my weapon issue back yet. That's gonna be a problem. Got him right in the eye before he actually comes over to you. Come on. There we go. My thumb's starting to get slow. I'm actually saving my weapons for this part of it. And that's right, I've still got a bit of energy for magnets. Not much, but it'll help. Not enough! Fudge! I was doing so good too. Oh well, we'll continue with full energy and we'll make it back. Not a clear run, but what to be expected. Again, everybody dies. You have to know when to give a charge shot. You gotta know when to spam your attacks as much as you can. Know when to use the weapons. Know where to hit him. And you gotta have some really good aim too. It can be done. Warthor was actually harder than this fight. Can't just be a standard shot, it's gonna be a charge shot. Come on. Getting out of rhythm. Running out of rhythm. Not this time. Come on. There we go! Yes! Super Adventure Rockman completed. Whew. And now, the ultimate move, the double Mega Buster. Unfortunately, he's wanting him to get at this. His system's not meant to do that. He's gonna overheat if he's gonna do it. But Megaman is gonna do it anyways, because it's the only way to really end this all. A super blast to destroy the supercomputer Ramoon. Impossible! Impossible! Ah! And they didn't want to show me his explosion on screen, so I guess it was just off that way. Sometimes it happens. So the ruins are gone. power comes back on, and everybody gets to live. Now the world is not good again now that Ramoon has finished eclipsing the world. And she's back. She's normal now. So happy. Unfortunately, Megaman. And so everybody's there. So where were you guys while I was fighting to save the world? What were you all doing, huh? Then again, I shouldn't be complaining. They pretty much saved me. Hey, what are you doing? Where are you going? Stop right there. Stop right there. Wally, come on. So where is Dr. Wily? And off he goes. I don't know what he's saying, but I believe it's in the lineup. We're blasting off again! Bling! Now if he goes to conquer the world. You know, you could have stopped him. You could have just stopped laughing and stopped him. Come on, Rush Jet, Beat. You can fly. Come on. Okay, I guess I'm gonna give him a break because he helped save the world. But he's just gonna take over again. You know what's gonna happen. And so we have our final save file. Everything has been cleared. And so we have our credit with multiple scenes from previous times. Ah, yeah. Now you get to see some of the scenes from this tree that we didn't get to see. Ah, yeah. But yes, this was Super Adventure Rockman. It's not exactly the best made game, but very well animated, very, very nice. It's too bad it hasn't seen any kind of better place on it here. It has been very improved. But again, the Megaman Archie's comic does it so well. There's just something to it that just... It's not the worst idea. There's just some improvement to it. It's also very short for a game that's 3 discs long. Like, it took me about 2 hours and a half. So about 40 minutes a disc. And it's very, very, very linear for a game. But still nice. I'm glad I got to experience it. I've been wondering about this one here for a while. And yeah. Now it's done. There's also a few little Mega Man cartoons done in this style, in Japanese again. But this is the only game that has that style. I thought you can also see why it's only came out in Japan, so might not have been as popular in America. As I said, I'm gonna let you watch the intro because the opening theme is really, really nice. I really, really love it. But as I said, he is probably gonna ruin a lot of the scenes happening within the game. Just listen to this. If that isn't a boost up for adventure, for Super Adventure, I don't know what can. yeah, like I said, it spoils a lot of the things happening in this episode, and the big twist, including Double Rockbuster, the Raw Devil. It's dramatic, it's nice, but that's a problem. Especially since a lot of it you have here is all about the adventure, the story there. But with this completed, this will be it for Super Adventure Rockman. This will be on this part. I hope you had fun watching this, and well, hopefully I'll be able to submit this to another show I'm going to be doing. I'll try to promote it when it happens. And yeah, unfortunately the show that I'm going to be trying to do here tends to try to squeeze things under an hour, so I'll probably only be able to do disc 1. I'll try to propose if they want to give me some extra time to do disc 2, but I doubt it'll happen. Well, maybe they'll allow me to do disc 2 at a later time. I don't think they'll be able to put it in episode 3 though. Episode 3, I know I'm going to need to practice that one. Because those final battles are not nice. Not nice at all. Alright, but that's it for me tonight. This was Spoken City. This was Super Adventure Rockman. And good night, everybody. Let's see if we can go raid somebody. Let's go see. Who would be a good one to go for? You know what? Since Among Us is so popular lately, let's go see somebody about that. Let's go see. Yeah, let's go see Slow Beef. Later.